Let me wait a bit. Let's wait a few seconds. I can play some improvisation while people's arriving. So just remember, if you are watching the replay, because you don't have time to stay here live, stay until the end of this class. It's very important to get you ready for the masterclass on 29th January. So on 29th January, we have an online live masterclass where I'm going to show the full methodology I developed to help saxophone players from everywhere. So that's the first time since last year I'm producing content in English. English is not my mother language. So as I'm currently live in the UK, I live in the UK for over 5 years. I'm based in the UK. So I decided to create content in English. So yes, we have people from US, we have people from the UK, from Ireland, from Australia, New Zealand. So it's been a nice experience for me to stay with you producing content in English. So inclusive, because my channel was first in Portuguese. I'm originally from Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, where I started my career. I started very early. I started as a teenager playing orchestra. So for sure, I had a lot of issue where I felt lost when in the beginning of the career, because I started playing in orchestra, reading music with music director, so I was not able to be creative, but I was always in love with popular music, jazz, especially saxophone is an instrument where we can adapt in different musical styles, and it was hard for me in the beginning to learn improvisation. So most of the techniques I developed alone when I by my intuition, and then I was researching academically. So I am music teacher, qualified music teacher. So during my bachelor degree in music education, I developed that methodology because of the studies of music as composition, music as subject. I was deep there, studying music as subject, so it gave me a lot of understanding about how music works, music as language. So I'm giving you that opportunity to understand that methodology. So on 29th January, I'm going to present the full methodology. So you can, for sure, if you are learning saxophone, it should be very helpful for you. So that's the second warm-up class. I don't know if you watched the first warm-up class where I was talking about music as language, because music is very misunderstood. People don't understand music because of the music industry. So most of the people think like music, but are not listening music. As musician, are being, for example, can see music as something, some fashion. The industry unfortunately can confuse a lot. So in the first warm-up class, I show you how music is a language, So also the music school, traditional music school, which most of the traditional music school prepare you to be an orchestral musician. So that's it. If you are arriving now, or if you are watching the replay, feel free to watch when you have time in your silence. You can watch on your living room, in your bed. Feel free to watch it. This warm-up class should be very helpful for you to get ready for the master class in exactly 1 week. So if you are here online, just let me know where you are from. If you already played the saxophone, in the end of the class, I can stay here to answer you. If you have some question, will be a pleasure to answer you. So let's go. That's warm-up class today. But don't forget to interact here. Show me you are here, where you are from, what's your name. It should be very Good to interact with you. We are live because of that, to interact, So the class today is about scales. Scales, most of the students, especially if you are a self-taught, you are practicing. I almost sure you are trying to play scales, uh, articulation exercise. So that class is specifically about it, because scales, you will see that scales are tools. Scales are tools. It's not music. Scales, articulation exercise has they have a lot of function, but they are not music. So I'm going to explain you on that class, warm-up class, the purpose of scales. I don't know if you know, but the most of the students know major scale. Major scale is Ionian scale. So we have Greek modes. Greek modes has just the Greek mode. We can find 7 different Greek modes. So different scales and different keys. We can transpose it. And also we have blue scale. We have infinity scales. For example, Frisian. Maybe it's a alien concept for you, but just to understand, Frisian scales is the scale that people use on Spanish songs, for example, Gibbs songs. So just Frisian, we have a lot of variation. Okay, so we have infinity scales. So scales are tools. Scales are selection of notes. We can use it to develop a lot of skills, but not music yet. So that class I'm going to explain exactly what's it. I can translate here. Suetla Botswana. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. If you speak English, try to speak English with me. Sorry for that. So let's go to the next slide. Why we practice exercise? As I told you before, we have scales has functions. Okay, for composition we can use the notes, but not to develop your creativity for now, because we have to develop creativity progressively. On the masterclass 29th January, I'm going to explain deeper, but we have to develop, build coordination, especially in embouchure. Embouchure is very important. So if you are playing scales, embouchure, you can develop embouchure. Timing is very important for the timing. Okay, but it's still musical. It's not music yet. Okay. The problem with mechanics: repetition without meaning, no musical intention. Let me give you here an example. I have my saxophone, my tenor saxophone here. I'm going to show you how it works. For example, when we are playing just the scale, C major scale or Ionian. Okay. Let's go. Just example. So it's not musical. Okay, I'm using the play along so we can listen the harmony. Looks more musical because of that. But first of all, we are developing the timing perception. For example, we have to hold, for example, 4 beats each note. That's very good. Developing embouchure. If you are beginner, it's hard to play all the notes. Looks easy because I play for over 20 years, just internationally, almost 20 years traveling, performing. So, but who's starting now know how difficult it should be especially in the first weeks. So that's it. It's not musical. We are developing embouchure. We are developing sound perception at the first time. Okay, it's not musical yet. So we don't have. Most of you are practicing scales but don't know the purpose. What's the purpose? As I told you before, I'm here to remember. We are to develop embouchure, develop timing, and also developing muscle memory, because the repetition has also the function of develop muscle memory. So when you listen, if you are practicing a lot, when you listen the key or the even the moods, because scale should be moods and the key. Moods is Ionian modes, for example. You know, I'm not going deep on it, but just to explain you can hear, and your arms, your hands can respond it automatically because of the muscle memory. We are practicing it a lot. For example, when you are going out, leaving your home, so you don't ask your legs to go. You just go. But when we are babies, we are learning leg by leg. But now, no, because it's connected, directly connected with our brain. It's the same in music. So the thing during the timing perception, we are developing it step by step, and we have to practice a lot. Okay, so if you don't know the meaning of it, why you are practicing scale, you can feel lost. Okay, so remember, it's still musical. Okay, music needs intention, sound with direction, decision over notes. Okay, so even let me explain you. We can be creative, we can be musical using just 3 sounds. For example, I can play here just the chord of C major. C major, so I can play C, E, and G. Just these 3 notes. Think about, for example, you are a baby and you don't know how to use words, you don't understand the words. The same as human being, our brain, we have to train our brain. So let's play just 3. Let's be creative, just playing just 3 notes. Let me show you. Okay, so it's just an example. 3 notes should be much more musical than play the notes of the scale, because we have proposed, we are playing, we are trying the tension, the tension between each note. Because if you watch the first warm-up class, we have to understand that music is sound. We are playing with sound, mixing sound, different frequencies or different notes. So we are testing the tension between one note and others. Okay, so because of it, we have, in the beginning, we have to practice the creativity. You must practice the creativity. We have to you need meaning to practice the exercise. We have to understand why we are practicing everything. Okay, let's go ahead. Function before quantity. So few notes, as you saw, with meaning. Why you are developing it? We are developing to develop creativity. So just 3 notes of the chord of C major. So just one chord, C major, 3 major, C major. After developing the timing perception, you can play with it. We can be creative just using 3 notes. So what's the purpose of it? We are testing our creativity using just 3 notes. Okay, the timing, you have to be conscious about the process. So slow is slow. Okay, and then we can add more chords, and then you see that the scale, we have chord for each note, so we can understand the degrees. And then in the future we can understand that music follow progression of the chords, of like a game with the chords of each degree. So first notes, and then the fifth. You can see on your time. If you are beginning, you have just to understand it, because we have to be clear what we are doing, and slow is slow. Okay, so how musician practice? Clear question. What you are developing now? I'm playing the modes of C major. To develop what? Timing perception, to develop embouchure. I want to be able to play this, for example, 7 songs. I'm developing time perception, I'm developing the embouchure to be able to play these songs. Okay, now let's be creative. Let's play just 3 notes. Let's play the notes of the chord just of the first, for example, C major. Let's be creative playing the chords of the first degree. And the scale, a C major scale, we have C. C is the first degree, so let's play the chords. Let's be creative just with the notes of the first degree, as you saw on my example. So if you're arriving now, you can watch the class again later, okay? So don't forget to stay here. You can ask me everything you want in the end. Remember, for who is arriving now, that's just a warm-up. That's a class to introduce you step by step to get you ready for the 29th January masterclass, where I'm going to present you the methodology. Okay, so preparing for improvisation. So that's it. As I told you before, you have to prepare for improvisation. In each step, even if you are using just 2 notes, just 3 notes, you have to understand why you are practicing scales and developing the embouchure, the song time perception, okay? So you have to understand before it. So let me give you another example. Instead of improvising using just the chord of C, let's improvise playing the chords of C and G. Let's see with how can we do it. Remember, we are testing our creative, exploring the tension between the notes. Okay, so now chords of C, first degree, and the chord of G, 5th degree. Why 5th degree? C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. C is the first degree and the G is the 5th degree. So let's play 3 notes of each degree. Just example, I'm not to, let's go. So it was C and the G chord, just the triad of the chord of C and G. So can you see? Looks much more musical than play C, G, C, G. You know, just few notes. I play just totality just five notes, because G, you know, I can go deep on it on the masterclass, or the students of my course are learning it a lot. But here I'm going to explain you to make sure you are ready for the class of the 29th January. Okay, so if you are not yet registered on the masterclass of 29th January, don't forget to register there. marcelocuco.com/masterclass. Masterclass, I'm going to present you the full methodology I developed with years as teacher, as researcher, as professional performer. It was part of my thesis of music educator. My bachelor degree in music education was my thesis. I started there, developing there, and also my master degree was based on it, on that methodology of learning, of exploring improvisation. So I'm happy to share with you. So if you have some question, just let me know. Most of the people are working now, are not 100% ready to stay here, but you can, as I told you before, you can watch that class again to understand, to stay involved on the concept of the masterclass to stay there, because the day should be much easier for you. Okay, so thanks for watching. You can ask me everything you want now. I can stay here for about few minutes. Let's wait if someone want to ask me something. We don't have a lot of people watching now, but if you are watching it later, don't forget to write here on the comments of the video. Okay, so that's it. So thanks for watching. See you soon, and see you on the masterclass on 29th January. Okay, thank you.